Hello, welcome to Rough Cut Film Review. This is a review of the 2004 film Dead Man's Shoes. There's a reason I'm doing this. Shane Meadows, the director, has got a new documentary that's out now on the Stone Roses, so as a bit of preparation to watching that, I'm revisiting a couple of his old films because they're absolutely fantastic. So keep an eye out for my review of This Is England, which will be coming up shortly. So this is Shane Meadows directing and Paddy Considine in the starring role. Paddy Considine, again, is one of my absolutely favourite filmmakers. He made Tyrannosaur, one of my favourite films of 2011, and he's an absolutely fantastic actor. I need to be really careful because I will gush on about both Shane Meadows and Paddy Considine because I think they're both absolutely fantastic. The two of them are very naturalistic with their style. Their films tend to be simply lit, gritty and bittersweet. Dead Man's Shoes is probably most similar for me to Straw Dogs. It reminds me a lot of Snowtown or a number of gritty Australian exploitation films. There's what seems to be a really loose and unfussy sense of direction here. I get the impression that the cast come to their lines quite naturally, so they're probably told loosely what they should be saying and they go about doing it in a very natural way. The colours in this film are all very muted. There's some lovely camera work and a lot of sort of handheld camera stuff, but it never really feels like the Blair Witch Project or something. It's the same kind of praise I gave Snowtown for its naturalistic, unfussy style and the fact that they use a lot of handheld cameras. It's a simple setup here plot-wise. Paddy Considine's character Richard returns from the army to his hometown where his mentally handicapped brother has been suffering some extremely cruel bullying at the hands of some low-level criminal druggy types. And then Considine's character Richard plays extremely nasty games with the gang, forcing them into drugs and basically to the edge of madness. Is Considine's character an angel or a devil is what we essentially end up thinking. Either way, there's an awful lot of sin to go round. It's a very simple, stripped down and gritty revenge exploitation plot that's got a very dark sense of humour. It's very black. The sound design is stripped down, but it's excellent. The music is great. Basically, it's very, very good, simple storytelling. It's funny and nasty, often at the same time, and you really need a strong stomach. I really like this kind of filmmaking. It's initially simple, but it's affecting, it's touching, and it's troubling and rather nasty. As the film goes on, it starts off fairly black and white, but we get an awful lot of grey later on, and it's really tough. Watching the revenge unfold, I was really uncomfortable with it. The more it went on, the more uncomfortable I was, in as much as it's not a question of these people are all evil, they are completely bad, and therefore everything they get is deserved. It's not a question of that at all, and the film reflects that, and that's really interesting. For me, it really demonstrates that you don't need a huge budget to make an interesting film, and a lot of the time I think a big budget is a distraction away from the fundamentals of filmmaking, so the script, the plot, the acting. For me, they're the fundamentals to a great film, and this is a very strong film indeed, and sometimes I think that gets forgotten about. Kind regards, Christopher Thomas.